Mulan, the brand new live-action Disney remake, where Disney takes one of the anime films and make it into live action, which is always interesting because you have two camps who will bubble each other on how Disney should do these remakes. Make it just like the original? Why? Why are you making it just like the original? Why is it a Sharpie Show remake? I mean, seriously, you want to watch the original? Just watch the original. It's just as simple. And then they change some things. It's nothing like the original. Stop changing. Where's X, Y, and Z? You're ruining my childhood, Diz. That's actually what happens, right? I mean, Lion King was kind of the Aladdin trailers, and then see the reaction to the Lion King trailers. It was essentially that. Anyway. But the way I always picture these live action remakes is pretend like the other one hasn't happened. You know what I mean? Pretend like Disney decided to make this movie called Mulan and there's no connection to an anime film they did in the 90s. Just let's pretend that it never happened, right? And that's how my brain goes. And as a film, it's good. Now, it's not a perfect film. It's not a perfect film. And if you're a fan of the original, there are certain things that might bug you, but I think the moment you get eased to the new one, you might be like, okay, settle down, it's gonna be different and all that kind of stuff. Because and first thing first, you settle down what I've got to say. Because first thing first, there's no musical numbers. There's music cues, inflection gets played a lot, and there's a line drop where one of the generals say, "I'll make a man out of you." There's that, and there's a music cue at the beginning. I forgot the song's name, but it's the part where like Mulan's all getting matchmaked, and you know, as a bride and all that song. I don't know that song's in my head. I can't remember that one, but anyway. So there's music cues. There's no love interest at all. They hint it, but they're like, nope, we're not doing it. And 3, his big one, no Mushu. No hint. Now, Mushu got replaced by a phoenix, but he doesn't talk. He doesn't sound like Donkey. It doesn't sound anything like it. All it is, it's a non-Mushu love interest music number version of the original one. And as it works most of the part. As a war movie, it actually worked, and having the story of the Legend of Mulan about a woman who's born in ancient Japan, ancient China, and she is going to honor her father to establish herself as a guy to fight an army because her father is too fit to fight the fight alongside them. It's the same story, right? But it just works. It as a war movie, it works very well. I mean, the villains are a little bit cliche. I mean, there's one villain who's the supernatural villain. You know, the one who turns to the bird, the one with the claws. She's in the trailers, right? The one who talks the most. They kind of do give her a bit of a backstory. They do give her a bit of a, like, trying to give her some motivation, but it does feel a little bit like too much of a, you know, we're the same, you and I. Come and join me, kind of speech. And you're like, we have movies out there that have done that type of dialogue before, and they have done better. And then you got the one who basically is the villain from the original. He's mean, he's angry, and that's his personality. He's not complex. He's very two-dimensional. That's basically what it is. The three-dimensional villain is not that appealing, and the two-dimensional is just two-dimensional. It's, you know, the henchman. It's trying to do the whole, the henchman's the villain, and, you know, the villain's the henchman, that kind of thing, right? It's just, doesn't work. And the one thing that really bugged me with this film, now, I did say about the original, and trying to block the original in my head, but sometimes you can't help yourself, right? In the original, she just gets trained by the soldiers, and she just became good and that kind of thing, right? Right, we agree on that, right? Somehow in this movie, and they probably explain it by, there's the Phoenix. The Phoenix is protecting her, right? Who's basically, you know, the Phoenix is once again Mushu, but in a nutshell. How she basically has superpowers at like frame 1. Somehow, she has Spidey set. Somehow, by the end, like, I get the idea, because her dad's like, I got no I got no sons, and here's one of my daughters. I'll treat one of my daughters as a son, right, at the beginning, right? And you're like, okay, yeah, I get it, her throwing the bamboo stick around, okay, I get it. But she's able to do flips and kicks and do the crouching tiger shit, and I was like, what the hell is going on? This is stupid. And to the point at the beginning of the first act, it does feel very goofy when she does that. It's trying to do the whole thing of like, hey, she's out of place. She doesn't fit in. She's a warrior. That's who she is. She's a warrior inside a society that's not letting her to do so. And you're like, okay. But it just comes off. It just feels out of place, really. And to the point I just felt like I really prefer her just taking the reins, assigning herself as a dude, and train, and learn, and just become a fast learner. That's all I feel like. It feels like they're adding stuff just so it's different enough. And I was like, dude, go. It's different. It's different enough. Okay, you don't have to add stuff. Remember, non-singing, no mushu, no love interest. Add another villain. It's different. Now the action is decent. It's not the best action in the world. I'm wondering if it was on the big screen, it would have been this like goosebumps type of action. But the action is kind of just like it's like meh, really. But yeah, it's the performances are pretty well done. The actress who plays Mulan really well. Diane and Jet Li do that thing. Not much Jet Li, because he's playing the Emperor. But when he does, it's good. When he starts whooping some ass, it's really well done. It's like, anyway. But yeah, I think this is one of the good ones. It's not a Lion King. It's not a Dumbo. It's kind of like Beauty and the Beast. It's kind of like Aladdin. It's that enjoyable film that you wouldn't mind clicking on once in a while and be like, oh, there's Mulan.